Hello, ladies and gentlemen. I hope this continues to find you and yours well. And now, what we're going to do today is a diffusing. What a diffusing does is, as you see, this is a very relaxed mannequin with very little curl. But as we diffuse it to dry it, it will bring curl into it. I'm going to sanitize my hands, and then I'm going to use, it's called keratin curl pre-treatment. And what we do is we treat this a little bit with this, because what it does is it brings out the natural curl that's already in there. So I'm going to spray it good. That's what I'll use for setting it. We've been having a little bit of technical difficulty, so she's been sitting here air drying for a minute. Now, I didn't have a diffuser, so I'm using a sock, which works very well because it does diffuse the air. I wish you were here to feel it. It diffuses the air just as it does when you're doing it. But I do want to part this off a little bit before I start. I get my cart before my horse sometimes. I'm just going to drop a lower layer down and curl it a little bit. I will be using a little bit of hairspray as I go, as each layer dries, just to build it some. You mostly use your fingers to do this. You blow it up in there, and I'm constantly moving my hands to work it. Want to be able to use both hands with the dryer, so you can move from one hand to the other sometimes. I'm going to put that on high heat. I'm just continuing to dry her. As you see, the curl is beginning to come in. I'm turning so you can see this. I'm just picking up some of it, holding it here. Doesn't get all that hot. Takes a while because it's not that hot. Now I'm going to use a little bit of spray, because you see that volume I'm getting? I want to keep that in there. I'm going to take down the next section. Just do it with my fingers. Not a big deal. No nice partings or anything. Just basically getting the hair out of my way. I turned it up a little bit. A little too much blow, so I'm going back to medium. Notice I'm just taking it and rolling it in my hands. You can also do this with a pick. Works just as well. Sometimes it will dry faster because you have a little more flow through. That's the thing about the diffuser, is it doesn't blow hard enough to blow the curl out. And so that's the beauty of a diffuser. Now I want to again begin to stack this. Some people like to use mousse in building it. The reason I like hairspray is it has a content of alcohol, which dries fast and it causes the hair to dry fast. But if you have dry hair, you might not would want to use the hairspray. But this particular mannequin, I don't think it's bothering it at all. Now I'm going to let all this down. I've already kind of combed it to the side. I'm going to hold it up here because I want some volume. This is what I'm using my pick for. See how nicely it's stacking up back here? I'm going to go under, blow some air in there. Doesn't really blow much, but it is blowing. Picks it up, fluffs it up, stacks it out. See the nice volume and stacking we're getting, the layers? I want this away from her face just a little bit more. So I'm going to pick it up, hold it out, and it'll support itself. This is using the curl that's there, enhancing it by scrunching it. Notice I'm using my fingers to style it. This side is pretty much styled as it continues to dry. And you really don't want to diffuse to an absolute dry. You want it to continue to dry a little bit naturally. So you leave it a little soft. Now I'm getting it under here, drying the underneath, giving it some support with the pick. I see people going around that have either diffused their hair or let it grow dry naturally, and it looks like they just got out of the shower and it's stuck to their head. And I want to tell them, use the pick and fluff that a little bit. Have a hairstyle. Don't just look like you're running around with it wet. Some people like the wet look, but that's not what diffusing is. Diffusing is a natural curly look. Like the guest artist, Kenton, that I had, she diffuses her hair. And hers is anything but flat, as you can tell. I love her hair. I want to put a little movement in the front. So if you'll notice, look what I'm doing with my pick. Get on this side so they can see this side. Take my pick, move it forward, take that out. See, that gives you a little bit of movement there. start styling a little bit. Lay the pick down. By the way, y'all seen me wear my hair curly? This is how I do mine. Mine has a wee bit more curl than this mannequin, but I do the same process. You'll notice I'm putting just a little bit of a wave in there. You don't want it just hanging straight down. A diffused hairstyle is a very carefree style. It just will not really mess up because it's the messy look to begin with. I love wearing mine diffused for that reason. You can also use the help of the butterfly clips. If you want to make a wave or something, you can clip something in there. I like to take my hands and style with them. I'm going to take these pieces and drag them where I want them. Remember the last videos that we did, I told you about styling with your fingers? Well, this is how that I do my hair. I go in here and just style it with my fingers when I diffuse my hair. And this is how you do it. And you keep doing it and you keep scrunching until it's dry. This is getting there, but it's still a little damp. So I'm going to continue this for another minute or two. I know that this side is pretty well styled. I like it. The bang is a little loose there. I'm going to go in and blow it up just a little. But you see the volume that we built within this. Okay, I want you to see this side. I'm going to take these pieces and blow them a little further back. Wet it a little with some spray. Take it further back. Now some people like to use mousse, but I don't like the mousse because it's too wet. It takes too long to dry. That's the reason I use hairspray. Like I say, that alcohol dries quickly. Now let's get under here. You see this is a little wet still. Let's go under here, blow it up, hold it up there. And because of the soft, even though it's on hot, it's not hot. I'm blowing that directly into my hands. Now, let's turn the dryer off. Let's take a look at it, see what we need to do as far as styling. Looking from the front here, you can see it's a little ratty. So I just take my comb, push it all in, pull it out. Remember, balance is everything. Take that little ratty part out. Balance is everything. We're moving in here, moving those ends up out of the way. And now I'm gonna bend her head down just a little bit so that you can see the underneath. See how it's stacked real pretty and all? And the layers, this is cut in a 90 degree, and the layers really show up. And I really do think it's a very cute, casual, but it could be turned into a very formal hairstyle Just depends on where you're going, what you wear, what kind of jewelry you put with it. But doesn't she look good? I hope you got enough of it because I don't want to go back and redo it. We're going to watch the film and see. And if we're good, I'm going to leave you with it. Thanks. Have a good day.